Hello team, today we're looking at the Markdown Unordered List Parser challenge. There have been quite a few different Markdown type challenges along the very short run of FreeCodeCamp so far. I think in the last few months we've seen a Markdown header converter, an ordered list item converter where we only focused on the list item, not the whole list. There was a bold parser and an italic parser and an image parser, block quotes, and now today we're doing an unordered list. And the key to this is that we aren't just doing the list items, we're also going to wrap it in that UL tag. So there's a little extra step here that we wouldn't have seen in those previous challenges. So over here into the code, we are going to get started. Now the way that most of these work is they use some sort of a regular expression. And I like to put that right out in front, just like this, so that we can use it as many times as necessary. There have been times where we've had to use it more than once. Here we'll only use it once, but it's still good practice, okay? So inside of here we have our thing, and that is anything that is the start and the end, okay? The start and the end of the line, okay? And then inside of here we have a dash followed by any sort of space. And this is something that they tell you right here, at least one space. At least means they're probably going to trip you up with somewhere in here where they have two spaces after that dash, just to throw a loop in it, right? So let's go and do that. That is /s, and there are any number of those, at least one, okay? From here we have the characters, which is any characters to the end. And this part here, we actually want to capture it. Now the key here is we want it to be global, but this markdown string, if we go back and look at it really fast, it is a string with /n for returns, okay? And the JavaScript parser will recognize that. So we don't need to do anything special there. But if we want to be able to do this on a line-by-line basis, item A and then item B, we need an extra flag. And that flag is M for multiline. When we do this, if we don't do this, then we're going to find the very start. So that'll be this character here, the first dash, and the very last, the B, and that will be the end of it. But with that M, we find each line individually, separated by those returns. So we get a little bit of extra there, okay? Down here, we want the list, okay? And that's going to be Markdown, right? That's what we're using here. And we are going to replace that RE, okay? Just like this. And inside of here, we are going to use a callback. Now, we don't need the match. The match is going to be everything from start to finish that it finds. We can't really work with that, so we don't care about it. And especially in TypeScript, TypeScript kind of hates when you put extra things in here that you don't use. So a quick thing to do is just put an underscore, which tells TypeScript that you don't care about it, and it gets the job done. So no problems. But the second argument is that group, and we definitely want that. We're going to call that text, okay? From here, we do something, okay? And what we do is we wrap it up. So we return this. It's going to be that li tag and the closing li tag, okay? And then inside of here, we have our variable, which is just the text. That's really it for this part, right? That's the whole magic. Now, down here, if we didn't care about anything else, we would actually want something similar. So we can steal this, paste it down here, change the li. I think we can even use multiple cursors. Very nice in here. And then change this to list, okay? This is not going to work. And the reason it's not going to work is because the test expects it to be on a single line. So you'll remember that because of this multi-line character, we're able to get lines separated by returns, but those returns stay, okay? We don't lose those returns. We just operate on a line-by-line basis, which means right here, we need another replace for / global, and it is \n, and then we replace that with an empty string, And at this point, it works, okay? If I was doing this in professional code, I would probably not worry about this. I would test it without that because HTML doesn't care, right? So this feels like a whole lot of extra code, but the rest of it kind of just works. Would I do this in real life? Probably not, right? There are plenty of Markdown parsers out there, plenty of really good ones. So you can just put them in because it's unlikely we're doing just the unordered list, right? We're doing everything, which is why you will have seen everything. But for today, just parsing unordered lists and from Markdown, this is it, right? Did you find another solution? Did you find a solution that you like more? Something that was interesting? Share it in those comments. I do want to see those, okay? I love seeing those. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow.